Welcome back to. If you like player props and clear data-driven breakdowns, hit the like button below, subscribe, turn your notifications on. You'll be the first ones to be notified. Let's break it down. And before we break it down, just a little recap. Prime Stat Lab is sitting at 54.88%, 45 wins, 30 losses, okay? 82 total picks. If you look at the last 10, okay, last 11, last 12, we're 9-1. So we're sitting on 9-1 right now. Data-driven props, let's go. Let's take a look at these three props tonight. One line is a little bit too high because the recent production is making it look a little bit stronger than what it really is. One line is inflated because the market is chasing a hot streak, and one line looks playable because the player can get it from three different stat lines. And if you think these props are the same, you're not looking at the board in the right way. Let's go. Let's take a look at Draymond Green. This is the best over for tonight. And the reason why is because he can get it from points, rebounds, and assists. The last 5 games, he's been sitting somewhere around 22 PRA. The last 10, and really the last 20, he's been sitting around 19. So the line is sitting right around or a little bit below what he normally gives us. And Detroit is a great team for this prop or not. I mean, they're sitting here at 5 with points allowed, number 6 in rebounds allowed, number 6 in assists allowed. But with that being said, that's just enough to get Draymond where he needs to get. He doesn't need 18 points. He just needs to get what he normally gets. So although Detroit is tough, what they give up makes this number very clean. What am I missing? There could be a possible blowout, of course, foul trouble. Now, that's something to keep your eye out for, foul trouble. Somehow, the Warriors don't make shots. That could definitely bode in a bad way for Draymond. But with that being said, if he's on his normal run, this number is very scalable for Draymond Green. So, Draymond Green, PRA over 18.5. Real quick, so if you're going to build this line up, build this line on NOVIG. You get a little bit better value from NOVIG tonight on this prop. The link is down below. Now we go to Tari Eason. Now, this line is looking too high because his recent hit rate makes it look a little bit safer than it really is. But in all actuality, most of his normal games sit well below that number. Last 5 here, 15.2. Last 10, 15.5. Last 20, 16.9. Season average, 18.52. And the median sits somewhere between 17.5. And then when you look at the head-to-head average, that's something that's pulling this number up. Taking a look at that head-to-head battle, his average, his median is 24. But if you look at the date, that's key. That was last year. So we look at the last 20, 80% under. The last 10, 90% under. Okay? And the last 5, 100% under. Now the tricky part is the matchup. Because Atlanta is at the bottom in these stats here. They're sitting at 18, which is somewhere near neutral with points allowed. They're sitting at 29 with rebounds allowed. And they're sitting at number 27 with assists allowed. So that is what makes this line a little bit scary because of the team they're playing. But with that being said, he would need one of his better games to clear that line. So the prop is out there. So what am I missing? He could possibly get more minutes than expected. That's a possibility. Or he can have one of those very efficient scoring nights. That's also possible. Now, one thing that's definitely possible is his rebound spike. Change his role okay, during the game. So those are possibilities. But his normal production just sits below the line. So although playing Atlanta, I still have to go with Tari Eason under 19.5 PRA. We're taking a look at Nas Reed. Now, Nas has been hitting this number lately. But when you look a little bit closer, he is just under that number. So looking at 2025, that's bigger picture. It's a possibility that he can get above this number. I mean, he's 57%. And since we're building on the under, so looking at what Portland gives up, 26 points to center, 13 rebounds, 16 assists allowed, you have to make a decision. Most of the outcomes, they're really sitting around 18 to 20, not 22.5. Now, we have the number. So, what am I missing? He could possibly get extra minutes because of foul trouble. And he is streaky on the three-pointer. So he could get on the streak that could put us over that number. Also, too, a rotation change, which gives him the ability to play more and to do more things. And maybe the bench production gets extended. All of those are the paths that could send him over. But in a normal game, the line is still asking him for more than what he normally produces. The play, Prime Stat Lab, under 22.5 PRA. So final rankings. The strongest play on the board tonight is the Draymond Green play. The next play would be the Tari Eason. The most volatile and the one to be kind of cautious on is the Nas Reed pick. Although they're the same prop, do not treat these three the same. Multi-path on the first one. Inflated line second. Hot streak fade last. If any of this has helped you to understand this line and these props for tonight, please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and put your comments down below. It's a Stat Lab. Execute intelligently. Let's cash.